Hey everyone, today we've got a little bit different of a video, but it's something I think you'll find very interesting. We're up here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin at a truly historic site when it comes to all things surface finishing, and it's a place you may know. That is Vapor Blast. I hope you guys understand just how cool this is, because walking through these halls is like taking a step back in time. This business was founded in 1941 and has been in this facility ever since. Since their founding in 1941, this has been a staple and innovation. Not only has this company built configurations of both wet and dry machines in manual, but also automated machines that redefined how manufacturing takes place. And that's what we want to showcase today, is the manufacturing that they were able to do inside of this building. So I am now in the main manufacturing space here at Vapor Blast, and I'm going to be met by Jonathan Wise here, the president and CEO of Vapor Honing Technologies, to give you a little bit more history and information about this company.
Okay guys, so what we're doing today is we're going to show you the Vapor Blast manufacturing company, what was a factory since 1941. We are now continuing the legacy of Vapor Blasting Manufacturing Company, and Kevin, the original CEO, we're honoring his life and his legacy and his company here. He's since passed away in November of last year, and we are coming in to continue the legacy and the brand of Vapor Blasting Manufacturing Company from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. One of the things that we're going to be releasing as we go along is that we are, of course, taking ownership of Vapor Blasting Manufacturing Company, and we're going to continue the manufacturing of the products and offering the services that all of the companies over the years that have purchased equipment from Vapor Blasting. So we're going to continue transferring information, manufacturing parts and equipment moving forward into the future, and we're really excited about doing that. Again, this is more than just the acquisition of a company for us. Although it's a lifelong dream for me, it's more than that. There's a lot of history that you're going to be able to see within these buildings, and it's quite an emotional story and an emotional ride. I've been talking to the family for the last few days. This is literally something I thought I would never have the opportunity to do, and it's something that I'm not taking very lightly at all, but really excited about it. I don't want to say anything other than we're extremely excited and grateful at the same time to be able to continue a manufacturing legacy such as Vapor Blasting here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We will be relocating the business to our corporate offices in Lincoln, North Carolina, and you guys will be able to get the same quality products and the same service moving forward as we start growing this brand and this business. But again, very excited about the opportunity, and let's just take you a walk around and show you some of the different areas, and you, the audience, can see what an actual legitimate manufacturing operation looks like from the post-war era of the 1940s. So let's walk around. So we're going to walk through this facility, and I don't know if any of you watching have ever been responsible for setting up a manufacturing plant or organizing a production operating space. When you walk through this building, you have to appreciate and understand everything that's happened in here since 1941. The workflows, the layouts, the way they built the products. You can get some sort of an idea of how busy and how awesome, from a manufacturing standpoint, how awesome this actually was. This company has so much proprietary data and parts that they've built over the years. Vapor Blasting Manufacturing Company was the pinnacle of liquid honing from 1941, back when this process really started to take off. This was a company I always dreamed of working in or one day owning because of the information and the progress and advancements that they made. They made so many things in this facility here that, again, were unique and proprietary to them, and we want to continue that legacy moving forward. And again, this is to honor Kevin, the CEO who passed away in November. This is to transfer and keep his brand and his dream alive. We have been like fighting for 13 years, manufacturing and building and designing equipment. And Kevin did this for over 50 years. Based on my past journey so far for 13 years, I know he had a lot of sleepless nights. He made a lot of sacrifices to invest into his company. And that's one thing that I want to do to keep everything moving forward and to keep, again, his legacy and brand alive. And that's really why I feel like we've been here and chosen to do this, simply because we believe in American manufacturing, number one, and also building a legacy and a brand. And so, again, extremely excited about this, but let's walk a little bit through here and show you around. Over to our left, this was the storage room for all of the parts, replacement parts, anything to rebuild and repair this machinery was inside of this room. There's a lot of stuff happening now because obviously the company is changing ownership to us, but there's a lot of just historical things that you're gonna see in here. There's some old equipment back in the machine shop that none of us, and I repeat, none of us know how to use. We're in a day and age of CNC equipment. There have been rapid advancements and development in that technology over the years, but if you look in the back, this equipment was run by men. It literally took measuring and understanding how to use this equipment. Again, none of us know how to use this stuff. I don't even begin to want to act like I know what these machines are. I can tell you what a lathe is and a mill, but beyond that, there's some other very proprietary and special things. So we're now in the machine shop. This is where all of the castings that were brought in from a foundry, this is where all of these castings were machined at. If you're physically present in here, I can tell you from me being in here right now, I've been in here the last couple of days, and I can just imagine this place at its peak when you had guys manning these machines and machining parts. I can just imagine how productive and how awesome this was. This is one of the things that I've always kind of pointed out, something my dad mentioned to me years ago when I was a kid. He always talked about manufacturing and how American manufacturing had left this country, and this is a good example. This is something we're trying to do as Vapor Holding Technologies and now Vapor Blasting Manufacturing Company. We're trying to continue this legacy of manufacturing in America, and it's something we've been proud and we've been doing for 13 years, but we're now taking over a brand that has been doing this since 1941. We just want to keep this moving forward, but my dad always said like it was important that we keep manufacturing parts and pieces and equipment in the US. And I will tell you, it's not the easiest thing in the world. We live in a day and age where people want things fast. They want instant gratification. Well, let me tell you, there's nothing in this room that was instant gratification. I mean, everything in here took time. It took hours, and it took minutes, it took days maybe to make certain parts. You know, this is a world that we've kind of forgotten about. Stuff like this is not possible. You can't ship stuff like this in one day. Things that were made in this room, again, took hours or days to make. As we look around, you can now see some of this stuff is laid out. The stuff is gonna be sold at some point. Kind of the feeling, the emotions that you get from being in here, and understanding that somebody made a living, somebody provided for a family, somebody built their legacy, and somebody built their skills to continue to grow as a human being. You know, you've got guys that use this equipment that's no longer living. The saddest thing to me is to see this stuff kind of disappear, but let me tell you, I mean, I don't know of many people that know how to use this type of equipment. Yeah, we can all use a lathe and we can use a mill. We can't necessarily make great, accurate parts all the time, but these guys were doing it. Because behind us, and you can't see that, there were a lot of jigs and fixtures that they made to make reproduction parts, and they did it all in this room. I just wanted to show this off to you because it's been such an emotional experience over the past couple days. I mean, to know and think that we don't even realize and understand how to use this stuff anymore, and it's kind of disappearing. But again, guys, this will be the last living moment that you'll ever see this. It'll be on film forever. I'm really honored to be able to show this stuff off to you. It's been a very emotional time actually to think about the history of this business from 1941 until today, and we want to keep it moving, but you'll never see anything like this again. And I've been into a lot of manufacturing facilities over the years, and I've seen a lot of stuff, but you don't get to see this. And this is in an industry that I've loved, in an industry that I've been so passionate about for the last 13 years of my life, and something that I want to continue to build. And if we can learn anything from this company that's been around for, 70 plus years, it's to learn how to build something that's so good that will last a lifetime. But so as we walk up through the factory from the back, the machine shop area, you're just gonna see in all the film, you're gonna see all the stock and all the fixtures and all the jigs and all the different machinery that they used over the years to produce this type of equipment. Although we're in a more modern era and things are computer numerically controlled now, there's just such a vibe, a good vibe from this place that you'll never, again, I mentioned in the machine shop, you'll never see it again. We're trying to preserve that right now. This is a piece of history. And again, I can't say it enough, but I'm so honored to be able to do this and to continue moving forward. I was out to dinner with the family last night, and to hear from the family and some employees about the phone calls that are still coming in today from equipment that was purchased in the 50s and the 60s. That should tell you something about this brand that we're gonna preserve and keep moving forward. This equipment lasts so long, and that's one thing that we're gonna do. We're gonna keep moving forward with that, and we're gonna keep honoring what this company has created. And if you watching have created a business or wanting to think about starting a business, it's one thing that you're gonna learn, or you already know and learned, is that there's a lot of appreciation to be had for a company that's been around so long. They fought a lot of battles, they've won a lot of battles, they may have lost some, they've made a lot of advancements over the years, and that's taken money, that's taken time. Somebody had to sacrifice for that. It's one of the things that we talk about inside the company all the time, is that it takes sacrifice to build something big and real. And that's one thing that we're willing to do for you guys, is to sacrifice our time so we can build a legacy and a brand. But moving on, you'll have this, we're gonna have this. This is something I'm gonna look back years from now and see. We're now in the room of their lab. This is where all the testing and research and development was done. They have a few of their products in this room that they use for testing sample parts, doing runoffs for customers, and again, demonstrating some of this equipment. And we're gonna kind of walk you around real quick. It's gonna be our goal, our plan, to basically just put a modern take on this equipment, but we're gonna keep the build quality and processes the same, just modernize a few things on the equipment as we go along and we continue the brand and the legacy of this company. This is only a few samples and examples of the equipment that they've built and engineered over the years. There's thousands of custom machines, different standard product offerings that have been sold and developed over the years. One of my personal favorites, and this is a machine that I looked up to for a very long time in the industry years ago. This is a small little liquid hone machine. The plan is to manufacture this product and continue moving forward with it. Very robust workhorse of a machine. It's an ergonomical cabinet. You can sit and blast. You can see the armrest on this cabinet. That's what I've always loved about it. It's a nice, small, compact footprint for blasting smaller parts, but it's a wet blast cabinet, a little liquid hone, and love it, absolutely love it. Just one of the small examples. Then we have some lab equipment and different testing stuff in the back that we're gonna kind of reuse and revitalize as we go. But we have some dry cabinets here. You've got two suction cabinets. One has a reclamation system that goes into the dust collector as well. So it's got reclamation, dust collection. Another suction cabinet. There's no reclaimer on this cabinet, just dust extraction. It's something really cool that they had over the years. They had all of the different abrasives, different abrasive types, sizes on display at one point. Definitely want to do something like this in our showroom moving forward, but you can see some old fixturing of some blasting guns. They were obviously blasting something round and sending it through that, but just a lot of cool, unique stuff that it's like the door was closed and someone walked away and never came back. That's the kind of vibe and the feel that you get when you're in here. Huge dust collector. We're gonna be manufacturing these. We'll be proud to put the Made in America sticker on them. And then also a nice big pressure cabinet with dust collection and reclamation. So really excited about offering these industrial based products moving forward. Really happy about that. Continuing the brand, continuing the legacy of Vapor Blasting Manufacturing Company. We look forward to sharing this stuff as we move forward, as we modernize and make small, subtle changes to keep providing you the same quality and better that Vapor Blast has been known for since 1941. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have questions or if you need support on a Vapor Blast cabinet that you have, please reach out to the sales department for more information and details. Thanks for watching.